Hello, welcome to another Near Reading cast. As always, my name is Johno, and I'm joined once again by Joe.
Hello.
So a little bit different following the high-pressure stakes of Nationals. We have some footage from a draft tournament that we did one evening ages ago, back in May.
So we did a draft in the 3 rounds of Swiss, I think.
We did a 3-round Swiss on a Tuesday night, which is a regular Netrunner night. And in this game, on the left-hand side, we've got James, who has previously commentated on these casts. And on the right, we've got me. I should also mention this is the first outing on video of the Near Reading grid map.
Is it? It's the first time
this
it's
is the
been
very
on video?
first time it was on video.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's good. I like it.
Wow, we really are like a long way behind real time, aren't we?
This is a long time ago.
This is like 6 months old. So
That's right.
probably is 6 months old now.
So now it's going to be a bit different from what we usually do, Joey, when we commentating on draft, because it's going to be incredibly hard to predict anything about what's going to happen whatsoever. We can say this is Cyber War, though. Okay, so
Did you just
I raised a roaster turret just to end the run.
just to end the run. That's weak.
The
Jono.
reason it is weak. The
You were
reason
flooded, right?
The reason for that is I had tons of agendas.
I think
So-
you gave that away when you res the rocket turret.
Yeah, you're right. But it's fine. It did its job, and yeah.
So for people that don't know, so draft, your ID, you have a slightly smaller deck size, which means less agendas and small deck size, but you've drafted with infinite influence, so literally anything can happen here. We've just chosen the cards, we built the decks within like a space of 10 minutes, and they're going to be wacky. This was also the first cycle, wasn't it?
This is Cyborg. This is the
Cyber
first set,
Wars,
so it's
so-
core set and Genesis only.
Core set and Genesis, so no Jacksons.
No Jacksons. I know, right? Yeah,
How did we live?
I know.
And how will we live when he rotates out?
That's right. So I now I did record footage of the actual draft choice itself, but I thought for one game it probably wasn't worth it. Although we will probably in the past do a video of an actual draft,
Of an
as in
actual
the,
draft.
the
Yeah, we did the
picking
draft and we
cards.
played. We recorded all 3 rounds.
I did, yeah. I just picked out a game as representative.
Yeah. I think there's one of me and you playing and stuff. But this was what you thought was the one we're going to show now. This was the most exciting
Sure,
game.
it's just a bit different. So yeah, it's interesting because what must James think about now? You already guessed that I've got loads of agendas in hand because I raised the roast turret, but I guess there's very little he can do about it. Oh, okay. So he's well, apart from
timing.
that, so he's got parasite. So now he's going to go after my hand. Let's see what he finds.
Draft gold. If you're drafting parasites, oh my god,
So
good. Good
you know,
anyway, but great
half
draft.
decent cards become amazing because terrible cards become average in a draft. You know, so things like roast turrets. It ended the run and it threatened program trashes. It never does that in the modern game because there was a parasite away. So it lasted a bit of time there.
But something like parasite that can solve almost all problems is really good. Something that can.
Like Enigma as well. Like, End the Run Ice is strong. End the Run Ice is really strong in
End the Run Ice and
draft.
economy. I almost always, as the corp, just draft a load of End the Run Ice and
Yes.
tons of economy, and my deck is nothing else. And I just build a big server and score it out.
Yes.
3-for-2s are really good as well. But you don't even need them.
Yes. That's basically that's basically what I do as well. So I've triple advanced this card in a remote. So one of the things you have to do, I feel, in draft is you have to replace the agendas you start with. It's called mandatory upgrades. Yes.
Mandatory upgrades.
Achievement get. Now, mandatory upgrades is a great agenda, and I like it a lot. And James immediately worked out that's what it was when I triple advanced it, but he didn't think he could get to it.
That's the thing with draft is you often have a scoring window you're not used to because you think, oh, they're just gonna drop an SMC because they've got 3 in their
That's
deck,
it.
and then they're gonna find their piece that will get through the.
You've got to be a lot bolder.
I mean, this draft, I didn't even have a fractor, so like those sorts of things.
Right,
like,
Magnum Opus we should talk
Magnum
about.
Opus is down.
Magnum Opus is a great card in draft because it's really good in actual games and it's
One-stop
absurdly
economy.
good in draft games where you've
It's
got
because
terrible
it solves
cards.
your entire economy. It means you can.
Pays for everything.
Yeah, if you draft like 5 Magnum Opuses, just put 5 in your deck, and that's your economy.
Yeah, sure.
You will start with one in your hand. You put it down. You're like, right, I'm done. You might need some MU, but then you just play Crypsis, and then you're done. Like,
So I was
Crypsis, Magnum
able
Opus.
to install advance and take 2 credits. So I keep using my force click to take credits, which is not ideal.
Yeah, you're not really
Because-
utilising that.
No.
Did you draft a lot of 3-for-2s because you had mandatory upgrades so that you could fast advance out?
I did draft a few agendas. I don't remember. I think. I'm trying to think what. I know I got government contracts and I got like 3 mandatory upgrades or something. I basically drafted all of them.
So
I like them.
James has obviously drafted a lot of viruses because he's
Yes.
got a Grimoire down.
Yeah, you can't quite
put
tell
a
because it's
Darwin
glared
down.
out, but he's got a Darwin on the table. So there's a risk that Darwin is his main support. So that puts me in an interesting question. So the reason he's chuckling is because he knows what this it's Junebug. He knows that piece of ice was. He knew it was an ice wall, so he knew that Darwin with a Grimoire would be able to get through it straight away. But fortunately, I was able to put down Junebug. He didn't kill it. Whatever. It's great.
Yeah.
I do like drafting traps as well. I don't know. It seems unfair. I have a reputation for drafting snares. I don't know why that is. I mean, it's a great card. There should be in every deck. But yeah.
Snare is a great card.
So I want to talk about Dedicated Server very quickly, actually, which you can see in my hand there, and it's an underplayed card. So yeah, not in this game. Dedicated Server is actually good. It's actually a good, stable economy card, and when we're going to see it, they don't know what to do.
I expect to see you win nationals next year.
Yes,
with a Dedicated Server deck.
I'll put Dedicated Server in a deck. You don't think I won't?
Base your deck around it.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Can you tell us what Dedicated Server does, John?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yes,
I actually don't know.
It's a 2-credit Jinteki asset that gives you a recurring credit to res ice.
Sure.
So you can just float it out there.
Any ice.
Yeah, I think it'd be good in a kind of RP build. So you know, got an atypical RP build that's just loads of assets and turtlebacks and stuff. You could put it in there. It's just another thing they've got trash. I mean, it's not great. I don't want to oversell it.
So you got 4 clicks, but you are a little bit poor.
Yeah, I keep clicking for credits in the 4th click, which is not ideal. I might as well just have a pad instead of scoring mandatory upgrades. But yeah, and obviously James
Opus
is able to opus just multiple times each turn.
And letting his Darwin pump up each turn. Yeah.
That's right.
So you can break that enigma now.
So I installed, and then I was about to take 3 credits, but it occurred to me I could purge, and it suddenly occurred to me at this point I could purge every turn and still do stuff. And Darwin can do nothing.
You can purge and have a click left over.
So I purged, which turns my ice wall back on, which is great.
That's a very interesting point. I mean, I've always, in my head, it's always purge means you spend your turn to purge. It's actually 3 clicks.
You underestimate the power of mandatory upgrades.
I'm quite excited about with Data and Destiny. I'm gonna definitely try doing the.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 3 to res, 2 recurring credits. I got the numbers wrong.
The media blitz or whatever, the one that lets you copy something in their score area, just fast track and mandatory upgrades and Destiny. Yeah, I'm gonna try that.
So we did a jank tournament fairly recently, and the whole premise of my deck. So the idea was to bring terrible combos. The whole premise of my deck was I wanted to mid-season psychographics and mandatory upgrades. Like that was the play I lived for in that deck. It was great fun.
Did you do it? Once.
I did it many times in prep. I'm trying to remember if I did it on the day. I don't think I did do it on the day. I got my deck betrayed me on the day. I got some terrible draws and stuff. I did mid-season's other stuff, but yeah. Anyway, so thanks to his magnum opus, James has been able to continue his campaign of hay against all my assets, which end up in the bin.
He's poor again. So
he is poor. But he's got magnum opus, which means he can get up for nothing.
Yeah, magnum opus is phenomenal in draft. Because there's quite a lot of extra MU kicking around in the draft packs that people don't take. So if you do want to have a full rig and Opus, you can.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, yeah, Opus Crypsis, done. Just camp promotes.
Yeah.
So it's Opus is so strong when in a game where economy becomes the most important thing.
Data Hound, what a card.
I think
he imped it. Fine, whatever.
I think
it's not what I wanted.
Once Data and Destiny comes out, I think Data Hound might see play.
Maybe.
With all the tracing and the reverse
tracing. Maybe you're right.
Like buffed, improved tracers so that they get bigger. I think Data Hounds might see a little bit of play.
I'm trying to work out if cards like that have a future in Chronos Protocol decks where the new Jinteki ID that lets you pick a card out of the hand when you take damage.
Yeah,
Things like Snoop and Data Hounds might become kind of good because you can deny specific cards.
Yeah.
And Neural MP, of course, in ID.
Yeah, there's a lot of MBN Ice that doesn't see play because of their sort of...
Nisa, it's a good agenda.
It's a good agenda.
I should score it. I should defend R&D at all.
Yeah.
So I can't remember what this ice was in R&D, but I just didn't want to res it.
It's probably like a Hadrian's
Wall
or something.
I only had 5 credits, so you might have noticed there's also a double installed thing in this remote. I guess we can assume it's an agenda. And because I've got 4 clicks, it means...
Mandatory upgrades.
I've got 4 clicks,
5
it means I can
score. You can now score...
I can now walk out an NAPD just for a laugh. But I need money. And I have 1
so
credit.
if you've seen that Nisa, you could just install advance.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah. Man, OP.
If you lose this game with 5 clicks turns, I mean, you could just click.
If anyone can, I can.
Trust Melange.
So
Melange with mandatory upgrades. Amazing.
I know,
You score
right?
another one
I
and
can
you can
install and
Melange.
use Melange. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Melange is good because you can install and use Melange in the same turn with mandatory upgrades. Anyway, we're just talking about why 4 clicks is good rather than the agenda specifically.
Why 5 clicks is now
5 clicks is, yeah. That's right. So
you still need to get some ice res on R&D.
I do need to defend R&D. He's just going to check every turn. Yeah, eventually I probably should. Eve, he leaves it there because I can't res it. I only get 1 credit. So Chimera, I should talk about Chimera. That's a good card. They saw in R&D. So Chimera is really good in draft because it's rush. And rush ice is good in draft because draft is very slow. So it's hardcore end of run.
5 credits.
Just take 5 credits. What a great turn. I mean, yeah. So these mandatory upgrades are being wasted to some extent because giving the credits is not an efficient use. If I was playing good cards, then it'd be better. But never mind. So, what's the route to victory here for James? He's going to keep hitting R&D. I mean, you'd like to see him, that one, make his eye drafted or something. Wishing for cards. Oh, Midori, these are all great cards. So Midori and Chimera are good, and I did use them in the previous game very well, because you can parachute in the thing you need. So if they get their barrier breaker, you can use Midori to take it away and replace it with Roto or something. You know, it's quite effective. You're silent in awe.
Yeah, and it's amazing. I can't believe you drafted so well. You have this. I mean, you should have just kept using this deck. If it was legal.
It's definitely not legal. I think the point I'm trying to make about draft is that it's super fun. Because,
it is fun. Draft is really fun.
All the cards are terrible, and you're trying to do half decent things with a bunch of bad cards.
It's a totally different skill. I mean, in the draft, you're preempting what other people are going to want, and you're trying to sort of build a deck in your head as you go along and judge what's strong in a totally different way, and then you're also having to play on your feet all the time because crazy things are happening. And I really like draft. The few times we've done them, I've had a really good time. So this one in particular was good fun.
So we should mention also in draft that it's first to 6. So I am actually on match point.
Oh yeah,
point,
sure.
yes.
I forgot about that.
Yes, so the first 6 points rather than 7. And James is also just 2 good pulls away. But I was able to score. I did get 7 because I had 5 clicks. I could just walk out. I could slow advance the priority wreck.
Yeah.
And James has a quick look, but he knew it was an ice wall. He forgot that it was an ice wall. So you could get in. He could get past. He was thought about inside dropping it. Wow, draft is great, Joey. What do you reckon?
Draft is amazing.
I do really like draft games, and I implore everyone who has the opportunity to try and play.
Yeah,
at
you
some
should definitely try it. You can either get the packs, or you can also. There's a lot of cubes online.
Just build your own cube.
Try.
Yeah, there's good ones.
Really give it a go. It's a lot of fun. It's good for new players, especially if you keep it to the earlier cards, like this was.
It is good for new players. If it's core set in Genesis like this one, then it means that it's cards they've seen, or at least even the obscure cards.
Yeah.
There are going to be people who don't know them.
You
anyway,
can customize a cube to what you want it to be for the player pool you've got. So you could say it's core and the big packs only.
Yeah.
And then that's a draft. And you can draft is just it's a lot of fun, silly. Especially after nationals and big important tournaments, you're playing really refined fast decks or some sort of noise mill deck, and you just sort of start playing cards.
So that's what we did for that tournament. It was not nationals, but it was the first Tuesday after there's been a big tournament the weekend. I can't remember what one it was, but it was the first Tuesday after that, and we I don't know, we just did it as a kind of change. Everyone for weeks had been like playing competitive decks, prepping for the tournament. So we thought we'd do a draft, just mix it up a bit, and it was really good. Nice. So that I don't know. I felt like I think that deck was pretty competitive. A lot of it in the run ice, mandatory upgrades.
Did you win on the day?
No, I didn't, Joey.
Because
you won. So that was top table. That was in the last game I was playing against James, and we split. And you were on the second table and won both. Yeah. So you won the day.
Yeah, we were all tied going into the last. The 3 of us were tied going into the last game.
And you were paired down.
I paid down in the 2-0.
You got double win. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was good.
It's for glory. There wasn't like big prize or anything. Was it? It was good fun though. It's always a laugh. Doing draft. The one we did after this, we had like 16 players for draft.
Yeah, we had loads of people for the next one. We didn't have enough packs for them. We had to tear apart the core set just to
build some extra packs.
Build some extra packs. This is a bit weird, but a mix of real and the cards we put in were kind of good, like overpowered good compared to everything else, because we put in
Yeah.
like Ash and things, which are better than the cards you get in the draft packs.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But no, it's good, and I mean the fact we got 16 players for that draft means it's something we can do again.
Yeah, it's true.
And
We're probably
yeah,
due
I'm
one,
looking forward
actually.
to it.
Due
Yeah,
one
we
at
should do one
some
soon.
Yeah. Okay, so this was just a little kind of diversion, an interlude between the Nationals footage we did and what we're going to start. So next up, our next video will be from the BABW in Reading. So we mentioned at the end of the Nationals final video that it was the regional qualifier in Reading for the BABW tour circuit, which is Bring Another Brick to Worlds. And that was our own one. So, in fact, in our first game, it was an all Reading matchup between Joey and James.
Yeah, we got paired up. There was, 30 something players?
I think so,
me and James got paired up in the first round, so...
Great. And
fun.
you'd obviously spent a couple of weeks practicing against each other, knee decks inside out.
I actually hadn't played Netrunner for about 4 weeks, and then this, because I was writing my thesis, and then I played this tournament, and then I didn't play again for like 4 weeks after that. So I'm playing again now, but it was like, I can only make it to one BABW qualifier, so this was the one.
Obviously, that's the local one. Yeah.
I think, in fact, my corp deck, I built myself about 4 days beforehand, and I'd only maybe played one game with.
Oh, okay,
so I was winging that one. But I also bought Noise, I knew how to play Noise, so that was fine.
That's right, and there was a lot of Anarch on the day, actually. Yes.
So much Anarch.
If you like Anarch, viewer, you should watch all of those videos.
Yeah, the BABW Reading was the initial massive spike of the Anarch meta entering, and it's died down since, but it was sort of peaked around this time. There was so much Anarch.
I don't remember off the top of my head, but I think there was a Kate in the first round. James was playing Kate, and I think we had an Andy in the second round. I think literally every other runner we got on camera was an Anarch.
Sure.
Especially after the cut, it was only Anarchs. I think it was just Noise and Max all the way.
Noise, Max. There was even like some Rainers and Wizards and stuff, but it was just so much Anarchs.
Yeah, a lot of Anarchs, yeah.
I think Street Peddler had just come out and stuff like that.
There were a lot of good Anarch cards, that's true. Yeah. Okay, great. All right, well, thank you, Joey, for joining me for this terrible that
was fun.
deck.
It was good. That's how you win games, new players. You want to score 2 mandatory upgrades, and then you're set.
Yeah, great. And we'll see you very soon. You probably won't be commentating on the BABW Reading because you were in a lot of those videos. So, but we'll see you on camera very soon, and I'm sure we'll see you on mic soon.
Next week.
That's
Looking
right.
forward to it.
Yeah, great. All right, thank you, Joey.
Cheers,
Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.